Yeah. Yeah. Did exactly what that book said.
All right, we're there. We're live. Okay. I call this meeting to order. Let's start with the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Let's pray. Dear Father God, thank you for those members that are up here today that volunteer for this board, put their time and effort into making the decisions that are important to all of us. And we ask now that the decisions they make here today may be for the benefit of the citizens of Huntingburg and those that utilize our parks. For these things, I ask in your son's name. Amen. Okay, everybody have a chance to
He's
look
gonna
over
be
the
late.
minutes.
We're gonna move him to
I'll motion
the
to
end or when
approve
he gets
him.
here.
as submitted.
Okay.
I second.
All in favor? Opposed? Okay, same with the claims. You guys had a chance to look them over?
Yes, sir. I make a motion that we accept them.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, I don't have anything for my report today, Jace. I'll let you take it over.
Okay, Logan's running behind because of our wonderful trains, so we're gonna move to our senior director, Allison Beaker. She's here to talk about the senior center and some of the things we've been doing. And you can see that in our packets that he presented us with some numbers. It's actually quite impressive when you think about it. From where we started in January at 171 for the month, and now all the way to April, with the word getting out, we're up to 628 a month for people going to the senior center.
That's wonderful.
Okay, I'm gonna start with Park and Rec as well. Yesterday was our first sign up from noon to 2 o'clock. As of right now, we have 49 kids signed up. One of the best things that we heard from, the parents and the kids were everybody's excited. And they're happy to hear that most of the leaders from last year are returning. Because it just makes it easier with familiar faces, and the kids know what to expect, what they can get by with and what they can't get by with. And it just makes it easier for the parents as well. So far the summer's planning's going good. Anticipate more come in Wednesday, 5 to 7 for signups. And then we've also had others reach out to me to meet other times as well. And I've given them the option to swing by the senior center to pick up packets too as well. So that's a little update about Park and Rec right now, just starting. So like Jay said, you guys can see with like the cards, tourneys, stuff like that, the numbers, they're going up, fluctuate back and forth, but pretty consistent, I feel like. Just trying to get some other games and activities going on as well. Line dancing has been the biggest addition to the senior center. Participants and are interested have continued to grow, and it's become a fun, energetic activity that brings people together while promoting movement and exercise as well. That also goes with like our chair exercise. Is about the same thing. And like with health and wellness, I was thinking of holding like a little health fair event at the senior center, with also maybe asking permission to have a blood drive with American Red Cross there to get the word out more about the senior center, because that's the biggest thing. Either people here in Huntingburg don't know there's a senior center. If you Google the senior center, it kind of still says permanently closed. Some Google does, some does not. So, and the location, people are getting a little lost as well. So I don't know, like if we could do some little sign, I don't even know what street that is, but then coming back from like the waters to come in from the backside would maybe help too. Um, but just trying to get the community members and other community, like other towns around us, to know that we have one and people don't have to be from Huntingburg to join us. So I was thinking maybe having, a health fair and then the American Red Cross and stuff like that would draw people in, to see the facility as well. Um, let's see, future goals I have is just, possibly the health fair, expand more activities, and just partnership with local businesses as well, for like sponsors for meals or prizes for our games and stuff like that. But
Anybody got any questions?
I've been hearing a lot of really good comments around the community, what you're doing there, so appreciate that.
Okay.
The guest speakers I hear, every time you have a guest speaker, I hear about it, so
Mhm.
sounds like they do well.
they've been enjoying the guest speakers. I actually just had one senior today during carts tell me that the guest speakers have been phenomenal. She goes, I've actually learned at least something from each one so far. So,
I do like the signage idea. That wouldn't be overly costly to, would be. I think that'd be a good idea. That way when people come to town, that would help them get there.
Yeah, if we put it back. Yeah, if we put it back there, I think we would have to get the landowner's responsibility, permission, to do it on the back end and the front end. So
Would you, if you did,
two
out-
different owners. There's actually four different owners of property over there, so.
if you did one out by 231, would you have to get permission from the state?
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah. We'll see if we can get something. We'll talk to the state, see what we can do. We have to get permissions or anything we do out front.
Okay.
Out back. We talked about it a little bit. We said, well, Jasper doesn't have a sign, and they still find their way there, but, and we look at other senior centers. It's difficult because of where it is,
there's,
to even find a location for a good
it's
sign.
not off of a road. Yeah.
And, yeah, so I'm not sure. I'm not gonna say we didn't get a real good response from one of the landowners. That's where I'm gonna put it.
Okay.
When we wanted to put it in one location, so. They basically want to charge us something to do it. As well as charge to use their parking lot, since we're sending people through their parking lot to get back there. That's why we didn't put one off of Medical Arts. I do know that Kenley's been working, trying to improve our presence with Google. There's some things you can do with as far as do multiple searches, send information into Google to let them know when they have the wrong address or the wrong directions. To correct that.
I don't know if it's just like the version of Google people have, or.
I haven't checked it lately either.
I checked it on two different phones on the same day at the same time. It gave me two different directions.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I've been working on it, I promise. It's just.
Mine was right.
And the
but-
only reason I brought it up again is because I had a meeting one morning and they were 45 minutes late. And actually, I saw them drive by 3 different times in front of the center, not knowing they were actually there. And
We got
I
a
d-
sign there.
yeah, and that was another thing
And the
too.
address.
The rock, like, I mean, it's great. It looks nice. And that was something I was gonna ask too is I might have a connection of actually getting like a sign that we can hang off of the ramp railing that would be a little bit bigger that people could see coming as well. At maybe no cost to us, if possible.
I like no cost.
We have, yeah. We still have a little bit of money in the senior center account. We came well under budget on that project, so. We have a little bit of.
I'm
money
just
there.
thinking if I can
We
get
were
it, we
holding
can
it
put
till
that money
June.
someplace else too, so,
Whatever it takes to
Yeah.
get people there.
Yeah.
I think we need to do it.
okay.
You really don't need their approval other than a placement because of the cost is within the budget, but I just run the placement by everybody since it could be permanent.
Mhm. Okay,
Thanks for
Okay.
everything. 'Cause
Thank you.
okay,
hearing really good things,
okay, thank you.
even from the police presentations. I hear a lot of stuff there. Yeah, they really learned a lot from Jorge's presentation. I had 3 people talk to me about last week.
Okay. It looks like Logan is here, so Logan Ayers here with Tri-County YMCA. He's gonna talk about using the pool to do it. What's that, triathlon or whatever that's called?
Yeah, sorry about being late, got caught by a train. So the YMCA in Vernon's looking to do a try inside the Y, which is kind of a lot of Ys do it, but a lot of Ys also have their own competitive swimming pool. So we were hoping to use the outdoor pool along with our swim practices that we already have scheduled this summer. People would sign up, do the run and bike portion at the YMCA. And then July 13th through the 19th, when we have swim practices, people would sign up and come do their swim portion. We wouldn't go outside of the scheduled swim practice times of 7:30 to 9. And then we've already talked with our swim coaches and they're good giving us 3 lanes. So we would cap it at 54 people. So we could do 54 people over the course of those 3 days in that hour and a half. So just kind of looking for approval on that.
So it does not interrupt anything else with the pool, so you just need your guys' approval to move forward with it.
So, but they got the approval to use the pool during them times. They just need the approval to use it for this purpose.
Yes.
During that time.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, because they'll have their own lifeguards.
Yeah, so we'll actually
Yeah.
staff another lifeguard during that week. So we would have 2 on deck.
So it won't cost us anything. I mean, besides the pool, but it's already operating, so.
I, go ahead.
I'll make a motion to approve it.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I think it's a good thing.
Thank you, guys.
I appreciate it.
Okay, moving on to the next, we have a special event application from Huntingburg Hit Fest. We got Brad Kramer here to talk about that.
Obviously you have the application. I don't have a copy of it, so we are looking at partnering with Alasi to host this tournament. They'll work down there for us and in return, they're gonna get a portion of the proceeds, as well as the park. Whatever we raise, the park will get a portion of that as well. I think our group met, I believe Wednesday last week. 10% for Alasi, 10% for the park. To go back to you, we're estimating about probably 1,200 people to be at the park those 2 days. So talked to Jace about it the other day, but we're looking at bringing in extra porta potties. I know we've already got one over there in that one corner. We've got obviously the park bathrooms, but we're looking at adding 2 more porta potties in between the ball fields because that's the most populated area during those games, during that tournament. And then also a hand washing station, and we would pay for that as well. We're not asking for anything from, as far as monetary value from the park or for the baseball fields. But, yeah. And I'm still trying to get with Chad down at the grind to, see if they want to bring their coffee trailer in. And I think Alasi is going to have a food booth as well to complement the concession stands that's there. But other than that. This tournament will take place of the Love for Lexi tournament. Gene's not doing it this year, so we bumped it up a week because of that, the snowball game that the Bombers are having that weekend. We didn't want to conflict with them. So that way we didn't take anything away from their parking and they don't take anything away from our parking.
So in order to do this right, you would have to be able to have at all the entrances, people sitting there taking money and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll have a gate fee and then we have a team fee for the baseball team as well. So,
Jason, there's no issues with double booking the field or anything, is there?
No, no.
I think it's a great idea. I'm a motion to approve the request.
I
and
second it.
as far as the YMCA thing, it sounded like that was gonna be the same 18th, 19th weekend of July, right? I don't think that'll be an issue for us. I hope it's not
9 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
The swimming, so.
our first games will start at 8. Teams will start showing up around 7 to warm
They'll,
up.
they'll have the whole east parking lot.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. They would have plenty of parking over there. I just wanted to say that I don't think it would conflict.
Yeah, we just added 49 parking spaces over there, so they should be fine.
Yeah,
You'd say Thursday, Friday.
so. But, yeah, any questions?
So we got a motion in a second. All those in favor?
Motion, Randy seconded.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. I appreciate it, Brad.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
All right, next one is facility use agreement for Dubois County Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah, so I am asking if we can use the old town hall for a training for businesses on fraudulent cash. It would be June 8th. It's a Monday, and we would like to have 2 free sessions, one from 11:30 to 1 and one from 5:30 to 7 on that same day.
Is this in here?
So you just want to use the upstairs? Is that what?
Yeah, I would like the upstairs larger room so we can have more attendees, hopefully. And I'm asking for the nonprofit.
The whole building now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
okay. Okay.
Or we split it up in all into one, so that way
Oh,
it's easy.
okay.
But yeah. you
Is
can-
that the fee for the whole facility?
That is the nonprofit.
That's the
So they
nonprofit,
have to
yeah.
get it approved through the park board if they want that nonprofit pricing. So that's kind of why she's here, so she.
Right.
She's asking for the $50 approval for that nonprofit fee, and then still the $300 refundable damage deposit would be charged as well.
Correct.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, and that way we can keep it where we can have a free training for all the businesses, not charge them to come.
Yeah, I don't know if you, last year we had some issues with people renting just the upstairs, but we're using the downstairs, you know, for weddings or whatever. And we're trashing it, broke some things, different things. And of course, you know, that's one reason we upped deposits, because some of the damages, you know, that we had seen, but it's hard to pinpoint it on who did that. We had to pull out cameras and stuff and found out some kids that left a wedding party and they were having a party downstairs. So
Yeah,
now they get a
it's
damage
probably
deposit on
looking into
everything.
who's- Yeah, it's probably looking into people having their facilities downstairs.
Had your stairwell, bathrooms, parking and everything.
I don't see a problem with it. I'll make the motion to approve it.
Is there no need to have insurance? In case somebody gets
Um,
twisted an ankle, break an ankle or anything
I
walking
know
out
we
of there,
have it
coming
on
in and out of
file
there?
with you guys
But,
from
yeah.
the garden gate.
I didn't know that it was big enough, like they don't have.
Yeah, because it'd be 100 attendees at most. But if, either way, I can get a certificate
Well, you have it, so we might as well get it.
Yeah, I have it on file.
Okay.
already.
from the other. Okay,
So you have insurance.
They, yeah, they
Yeah, I have it with the
Okay.
garden gate. I've
Right.
given it.
it's just marked on here that
Yeah.
it's being waived. That's why I asked. I'll second.
Okay.
Thank you.
Got a first and second, all those in
Thank you.
favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay, moving on. We have a facility use agreement for the Hispanic American League. They're not here tonight. But we've already got their signatures and they've already paid. We just have to approve the facility use agreement for them to use Southside Park. And it's something that they do every year, so.
As I say, they've been doing this for
Yeah.
many years. Did everything pretty well stay the same?
Yeah, the only thing that changed, I think, was the date, when you want, how long you wanted to use it, and then the price. The fee, because we took those out. So,
So
and he had no problem with it, so, yeah. So just need your guys' approval moving forward.
I make a motion to approve it.
I'll second it. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
And then I will need a signature from the president and the secretary. Okay. To confirm it. So, well, you got it.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. All right, our next thing is the LWCF environmental review.
Good evening. My name is Jessica Condra. I'm with the Indiana 15 Regional Planning Commission. We have worked with the city previously on other land and water conservation fund projects. So today we are just getting authorization to start the environmental review process on an application for City Park. This environmental review process will start with the standard letter writing, coordinating with other agencies. And then once the project moves into the federal review stage this fall, then we'll begin working on the environmental narrative and further analysis of the project. The contract is covering a period through the end of the year because that is generally how long it takes to get through this environmental review process. And the contract amount is for $5,000 to coordinate this.
So, but do we need their approval since it's under the 10,000?
No, but you do, what we really need your approval for, this will be the first step in applying for funding up to $1 million to replace the playgrounds that are north of Lake
Okay.
Stadium at the main park. Some of that area is close to floodplain. We gotta design it so we can keep it out of there. It's part of the extended floodplain. It's the 100-year floodplain, a little edge of it, so we'll need to do some shifting a little bit of that, but that is, I think some of you've seen the drawings of the conceptual. It's gonna look like a large baseball field, actually. It has a lot of the theme around a league stadium with scoreboards and, instead of forts and stuff, they'll have ticket booths they crawl into and that type of thing. So it'll be an inclusive playground and the fact that it's for all ages. And so those that are crawling on the ground, and there's gloves and balls and stuff they crawl over, and then there's climbing areas that all kids like. So
So
we've
where's this
taken an
happening?
inventory. It'll go
right in front of League Stadium.
it go west of where the big shelter house is, in that area, where there's a playground, a couple playgrounds already
Okay.
near the restrooms.
Right behind the restrooms, yeah. So there's those two playground areas that got the big
Just
frog.
replacing those?
Yeah, we'll be ripping those out and replacing them with a really bigger, we'll just make one big playground.
We have a consultant that's let us know what we can reuse elsewhere, what we can still get parts for, what we can't get parts for, and, you know, the purple dinosaur, pretty much can't get parts for it anymore. And some of the climbing wall and a few other things, so this will be addition, it would be turf, be rubber with turf over the top, with a longer lifespan than what poured in place rubber or even the rubber mats that we presently have. Because all the rubber mats that are down there need to be replaced. They're not holding up.
And we've had an early coordination meeting with DNR a couple weeks ago, and they are good with the plan, the location and everything. They've recommended we start an early coordination with the Army Corps of Engineers because of the potential floodplain impact. It's very minimal. It's like a little wiggle in kind of thing. So that'll be the first coordination that we start.
I think where we originally had it laid, it's gonna be about the size of this table.
Mhm.
The area that was there in the corner, so it can be shifted and the size can be maintained to make that work. We just have to get our engineer, is working on those exact drawings and placements and elevations and verifying that it's outside that floodplain.
Yes, the application will be due on August 1st, so we will get it submitted prior to then. I'll be working closely with the city on our to-do list to make sure everything gets taken care of.
So we just need a motion to approve the contract, basically.
Yeah, you want to move the contract, but we also want your approval to move forward with the application for the grant. We can't apply for grants without a board approval.
Well, I'll make the motion for the contract and to move forward on applying for the grant.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay.
I could
Thank you.
get
The signatures.
signature by board president and secretary. Our
Okay.
board meeting is next week, so afterwards I should be able to get you.
Just want to get that for you. And we've had a few other successful projects, so. Done a good job for us.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jessica.
Okay, the next thing is Market Street Park. We got a CDM and Smith letter from the state. They are wanting a temporary easement to install a culvert across 231 that connects into our culvert at the exit of Market Street on 231. The projected time is April 28th to July 28th for construction. We just need your guys' approval to, because we have to sign this letter to give them the temporary access for the easement.
That's this red area here.
Yes, yes.
So they're gonna put it all back wherever they tear up then.
Yes, yeah, that's all in here.
Is it-
They knew about they didn't know about our project, but we ended up communicating and then it will not affect the project that we got going on now.
So the new concrete that just got poured, they won't have to get ripped back out.
No,
Okay.
no. But they will be digging up the entrance or the exit onto 231 from Market Street. So that was the big, like, they didn't realize that it was concrete underneath there. So that was one thing we had to get changed wording wise in this letter / I guess it would be almost like a contract sort of. So, but they're very aware of that and they will put it back. I mean, I don't know if you can 100% get it back how it is when you're trying to match, but
Well,
I mean, it's
Gonna get the history of this. This was a 24-inch pipe that was put in well over 100 years ago. Brick culvert. During the construction of Market Street Park, a temporary fix was put in. So if you look at page 21, you'll see a square area there. there should not be an empty space below that. This should be flowing directly into the culvert. So what they're doing is, really right now, it's passively leaving the park, going into that area and through those pipes that you see on the following pages at the end there. But where that square grade is on page 21 with the hole, that should be connecting directly with that brick structure, and it's not. It's 900, the cost is 930,000. State's covering almost all the cost. So that was something that, we felt very fortunate, kind of worked with them over the last couple of years because normally, they control the culvert, but they don't normally repair them. And it's very unusual for them to repair a brick culvert, and they stepped up, and it was going to be done in 2031. They've moved it up a couple more years, so about almost 3 years, about 2.5 from where it originally was. It's not causing any problems right now, but the way it's working right now is perfect.
Not a problem now, but it's not gonna be long till it will
Yeah.
be.
Yeah, because it could weaken those bricks over
Yeah.
time and extend it out.
Isn't this scheduled for 28?
Yeah.
28, yeah.
Yeah, second quarter of 2028. April, May, June. And they'll probably use all of April, May, and June. Up to July.
Yeah, it's gonna be a mess when you got 231 closed.
Don't even talk about that.
So it has to be done.
It has to be done.
Yeah.
Well, I'd make a motion to approve it.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No, I think it's a good thing
Yeah,
too.
I
my
really don't think
question
we have a whole
was,
lot of choice.
No.
for the
Pay me now, pay me
citizens
later, if we don't fix it
representatives,
now.
do we want the
Or
park
two-
board? or
This is
that
2
my
years from
Senate?
now, right?
What's that?
This project's 2 years from now.
28.
You can do it.
Okay.
So we just have to be careful what we do in that zone between now and then, because we don't. Like, are you gonna go ahead and put the fence up then?
Yeah, so everything in our project will not be in their way.
Okay.
There are no
Yeah.
gas lines or anything else to deal with, so
Okay.
small water line that they can work around. What you'll see, one thing that will be impacted a little bit is all these sidewalks will be shut down from Fried and Chopped to the end. So we will have to work with Fried and Chopped of getting them a walking path somehow, or the state will have, across the street to the blue on page 3. You can see the bluish green area. That's going to be the temporary sidewalk during construction. It's going to go out into Machine Works parking lot.
Okay, along with that, with Market Street, did you guys already? The letter? Okay, so, moving forward, so we're in with Market Street with the area we're trying to get, updated and done. The concrete footers are in, the sidewalks are done. We're looking at, installing irrigation and sod in, the big lawn area. I got 3 quotes, for doing that. And they're all over 10,000, so we need to decide on which company we're gonna move forward with. So they'll be excavating a little bit of the rock from the old house yet. They'll be bringing in some topsoil.
Okay, so bush cutters, you have there's 2.
So they're doing 2 different quotes. They wanted to do one as just laying the sod and one as just putting the irrigation.
So that would be total together.
Yes, yeah. So realistically, if you do look at it as one whole, that's what it would. cost.
30,735 is their total.
Yeah.
So you got 30,000 and this one's for 16 too. Well.
So they vary quite a bit. So.
You didn't get the third one back then?
Yeah, so we got one from Brescher,
Maybe
one
it's
from
the
Bush
other one,
Cares, and
too.
one from
Yeah.
J&S.
Oh, I didn't, okay, I didn't have that one.
This one's very generic.
I just had Breshers and.
This one I would go with too.
It's here.
This one here.
Okay,
Yeah, cause it's got
So you
more,
got Breschers and
yeah, right
Bush
here.
Cares.
I just didn't have this one.
this doesn't seem like it would be.
Did they give you a completion date, each of them? I don't.
No, I did not. I told them as soon as I got it approved, I wanted to move forward with it as quick as possible. And I gave
have a
them a
fence.
timeline of what I was looking for. And, that was the end of May and to the middle of June. And none of them said that they couldn't, so. Yeah, that could vary depending on when I talk to them. I mean, this has been several weeks, so they may have picked up other jobs or have something else.
So like one of them includes a fence installation.
Yes, so I asked, for fence installation, and there was only one of them that was willing to do the fence installation. The other two would only do the grass.
Fence is for
Facade.
Market Street.
Yes. Yeah, to
Okay.
install the black fence on the concrete footer. So,
So this quote and the Bush Cares
Yeah.
is only for part of the project. This one from J&S is
would
the
be
whole thing.
Yeah.
Bush
So how
Cares
much
and
is-
Threshers.
So how much does the fence cost, you think?
4,800.
We
You take
have-
4,800 off of there,
Yeah.
they're gonna be 19,200.
So,
So you got 19,200, you got 30,735, you got 16,269.
But the 16 though, you're not gonna be getting the fence put up.
But you
If
want
you
the
wanna add
fence, correct?
I do want the fence.
So
but
you're saying this one right here is the one you want with the fence?
I mean, it's whatever you guys choose. If I have to find another contractor for the fence or the
I mean, can
guy,
you find somebody that would be able to do it for approximately 4,800 or lower?
I'd have to look around and ask. Yeah.
Because I mean, this one's the most reasonable even when you take the fence off the other one.
Yeah, I
in the
agree
rain.
with that.
You pay somebody 7,000 and still be ahead,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
which we won't pay 7,000.
That's. where
It's
I was-
probably $4,000 job with labor and material. We're supplying the fencing material, but they have to supply the anchors and other things.
so, I mean, is that gonna be a problem?
No, I mean,
Finding
whatever you
somebody, yeah.
guys decide, I'll make it work.
Cause I mean, you're saving a lot of money even still by
Yes,
doing this one.
I agree.
Will you be utilizing endowment for that? This was the endowment that was established during Stellar, that we have money set aside Du Bois County Community Foundation for these projects. We receive about 25 to 28,000 a year out of that to do projects like this.
So, yeah.
We have 66,000 in the fund because we haven't spent any for a
So,
while.
so we could go with this one and still get a fencing cost and,
Yes.
okay.
Just do it in two phases instead all together.
Yep.
I make a motion that we accept the 16,269.
Threshers.
Yes.
No, yeah.
This,
that's-
yeah. You agree?
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay.
Okay, next thing on the list is the pickleball court update. It is officially open. Everything is completed except for, after watching this weekend a little bit, kind of seeing how busy it would be. We need to think about, getting a light on it somehow or another, and then I'd like to get some benches in between the courts. For them to sit on, but other than that, it's open. It's been busy already.
It's
So,
been nonstop down there.
Yeah.
The electric company can handle light install.
Yeah,
so, at no cost to the parks.
Well, that's great news.
Because they make money off the electricity, so
All right, Southeast
we
Playground.
pay for that.
Yeah. Southeast Playground update. Our part is complete. We still have a little dirt work to do around it. Once they're complete, they are scheduled, the installers are scheduled to come down this Wednesday, start installing the playground and the turf.
Southeast Playground, you're talking about the new one making at the Memorial Park.
No, this is at the main park right.
Softball field.
Softball field, yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, the new one you're building up.
Yes,
Yeah.
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 So that one's on schedule. Maybe if I'm lucky, maybe by the next meeting, I can tell you it's complete and everybody's playing on it, so.
These installers will go fast.
Yeah.
That's how they make their money, get them.
How about all your projects, our projects going out at the new park on the north side? The name of it just went out of my mind.
Northside Park?
Yes, yeah,
Yeah. We don't have any
We
projects
don't have any
there.
projects out there.
it's all, you're all done.
I mean,
The walkways and all the
Yeah.
other stuff is done.
Walk
Yeah.
sliding. The last step was the parking lot, which was done last year. So
They're still looking
Street
at stopping
department
that
did that.
pond,
what?
that pond out there, still looking at in Department
think
of Natural
that's-
Resources to stopping it.
It was done once.
I think it was done.
It was done once.
Was it
already.
good?
Yeah.
I talked to a lady today, said her sons enjoy being out there. They do a lot of fishing there.
So, yeah, it's a very heavily used park and, well, I mean, there's little things that we could do once we get past some of these bigger projects.
I wasn't sure
out
if
there.
you're, had wrapped it up or not. There's some loose ends going on there for a while.
Yeah. So, as far as I know, since I've taken over, I'm pretty sure, I'm not gonna say something isn't. But.
Now, we had prayer grass was being held. It can only be out in August. So that was held up until August, September. Had to be dry for a month, but you can't put it in damp soil. Then we'll mow it down, so.
Yeah. Yep. All right, moving forward, pool update. We got it all painted. The pool is actually full right now. We are waiting on the company to come down to fire up the pump in the pump house. So we should be ready to go this next Saturday for the pool to open up for the year. The concession stand is almost complete for our live concession stand. It's turning out really good. I'm super excited for that, see how that goes over. And then we got a few other items in there that we're waiting some quotes on the ADA wheelchair that puts you in the water is not working anymore. I'm waiting on a couple quotes back on that to try to purchase a new one. And then the splash pad has one of the areas where the water comes out that had it looks like a spinny thing on top. Doesn't work, so we're working with the company that installed it to see if we can get something, even if we can't get that original piece, if we could install something in there to where it's at least functional and have something to run under. So anything else? You guys have questions on the pool?
There's a lot of historic chronic complaints about the showers and bathrooms at the
Oh,
pool.
yes. So, they are actually getting painted as we speak.
showers are?
The lifeguards have come in a couple weeks early, and they're helping paint. We're doing a two-tone, darker blue, light blue, on the walls. And then, once they're complete with that, here, hopefully today, we'll clean the floors and then we're going to coat the floors with.
Are
a
the
concrete
toilets
paint.
working?
Yes. Yeah, we've
That's one of the bigger complaints that's
yeah,
been down there.
we redid the guts on a lot of them this year. So when we turned the water on, there was quite a few that were leaking pretty bad.
They're no longer Battleship Gray in there.
Yeah,
The
so,
walls are
when,
beautiful blue,
when we get it
look
done,
nice.
and it opens up Saturday, I highly recommend come down, look at it, cause you're not gonna probably recognize it, so,
The inside of the building.
yeah.
Really look like a new pool house in here,
So,
except for the floor.
It's been a sore spot for a couple of years now.
yeah, we're working on it. So I know we've had some things on Facebook that we got hit up on like that, and we were already in the process of working on it, so.
Yeah.
So hopefully,
Thanks. We've had some of our Kenley and Shelley and Andrea and a
yes,
few other people come in from the office in the afternoons, go help paint and whenever they're trying to catch up from mowing, so. We've had all the other departments down there working.
Yep.
We always get help from the street department and other departments down there, electrics too, so.
yeah. Yeah, these projects don't move as fast as they're moving unless everybody's working together, and
Oh, that's
I
great.
have
I
no
think it's-
complaints on that side of it, so everybody's been great.
Wonder if we can get help from the other departments.
Yes, it's been amazing, so. The last thing is the fitness court. We have started construction on getting the concrete pad ready. I think they were actually, last time I was out there this morning, they were putting rock down for the base, for the pad. So we hope to be done with that. I think the goal was the end of June or 1st of July. We have gotten some heat because it is by hole one.
And we got a couple people
So-
here, I think, want to speak to that, so.
Yes, and I'm gonna allow these guys to come up and talk about the frisbee golf. So-
These are televised live meetings, so what we ask that you come to the podium, give your name and speak into the microphones at the podium. It doesn't broadcast here, but it does broadcast over YouTube.
Okay. I'm Aaron Altstadt. I was one of the guys that helped install that course, raised money to build it. Heck, I take care of it all the time. I don't know, I kind of just had a few questions like, just why do we need to take away from something to bring in something to the community? Because hole one at Niehaus Park is an iconic hole. Niehaus Park actually is one of the more popular courses of the state. And we get people from all over the world coming to play. I had people coming from Canada actually playing locally here. Two guys yesterday came down and played from California at my house. And they also were going to go over to Niehaus Park. But I just don't understand why we would have to take away from that hole and that course whenever there's a perfectly capable spot 100 feet east behind the tee pad, which wouldn't affect anything. And it honestly, the way that the water rushes over the sidewalk there, you could kill two birds with one stone with that new construction there. I mean, honestly, I'd advise against putting it in sunlight in general, in that direct sunlight, because the average summer day that people go out to go do things is what, 85 degrees, 80 degrees. The average temperature for metal equipment or any darker equipment is going to be anywhere between 100 to 190 degrees. So people aren't going to want to use the fitness equipment if it's out in the direct sunlight. The stats, I talked to the mayor about this, but the stats, he discussed with me like how it was chosen to put it in that specific position, but utilizing the Fitbits and how people walk the course and everything like that, or walk the paths. People also walk the disc golf course out there. So I can understand why you would think it would be the best place to put a fitness court. However, that's kind of like saying people playing basketball are more likely to play tennis. So you might as well put both of them next to each other. Or people playing basketball are more likely to go participate on the fitness court or anything like that. It's it's not really the exact statistics that you're looking for, if that makes sense. The also a more personal matter for me, a lot of the members of the park board here, there's a lot of people in town. My dad passed away last year, so of course, May 11th, we had a memorial tournament for my dad, and the park board and many people around the community raised money to build a bench overlooking hole 1, overlooking the disc golf range or the golf range and the rest of the disc golf course. And now that bench is no longer going to overlook hole 1, but it's going to overlook the fitness thing, which I just think that's disrespectful for us, both as the people that raised the money and help me choose a position to put this bench there. But it's especially disrespectful to me and my family, my grandpa, my mom, guys in the club, especially, that were friends with him. So I'd really like for you to reconsider, the placement of the fitness court. So that's all I have to say about that, really. Thank you.
Thanks, Aaron.
Thank you.
First time ever been in one of these things, so, but, I'm just to echo some of the stuff that Aaron said, personally, the course means a lot to me. I played it, I was trying to find the stats and everything, but I played the course 127 times. And I bring a lot of new people with us to play the course. And I personally played with someone from California last year on this course. And hole 1 is, it's a tough hole, but that's why it makes it so much fun. And it's kind of taken away from it. And I think Aaron was pointing out east of it, right behind the tee pad, would be a good spot for a fitness thing. I don't know if you checked that or not, or why we're not choosing that spot. But it means a lot to the Du Bois County Disc Golf Club. That course does that hole. A lot of them can't be here today. We had a little meeting about it yesterday, and I told Aaron I would come along and talk about it as well, because Larry, the guy, his father taught me a lot about disc golf, that course. And that memorial that we had and the stone bench there's, it's kind of iconic to the people in the disc golf club. So we would strongly consider another spot. We would appreciate that, so we could keep hole 1 the way it is. Thank you.
So as it stands right now, in order to make it work, what are we gonna have to move how's that gonna change hole 1?
Yeah, well, so they're not throwing through it. It's gonna have to go to the south of the north a little bit, about 20-ish yards, maybe 25. So it'll be basically right on the front edge of the fitness court, either towards the highway, in between the sidewalk and the fitness court, or the driving range and the fitness court. So they're gonna probably lose, I'd say, probably 20 or 30 yards off of it.
That would also probably change the par. It is the par 4.
The place you've got picked out, you deem the best place.
I mean, yeah, without trying to take too much distance away from the hole itself. Yeah. So where it's safe, I feel it's safe for all parties.
I would, I don't think it's fair that we sit here and, you've got your view and your view. I don't think there's anybody here that can picture where this is going. But I think what I would encourage each of you to come out, if Aaron wants to come or anybody else, over the next couple of weeks, and physically go to the site. Make a good decision. Don't make a decision tonight, but make a decision as a board on what you want to do. But I think you need to physically go out and look at the site and what are the limitations, how it will impact the whole, those type of things.
Well, I
I kind of wish, and frankly, I looked at it, saying that is it that big of a deal to move the tee box over, you know, one way or the other? It sounds like it may be, so
Well, I think.
I'm not taking any sides here, cause I don't know.
I don't either.
You know,
but
that's, I think we need the input of every board member.
Can we meet there one day or just go down there when you're,
Yeah.
when will you be there?
If we just go, can we see where it's gonna be at? Is it staked off or anything?
Yeah, it should be staked off, yes.
Cause I kind of wish that before,
We'll stop everything with what they're doing now till that time.
cause I kind of wish that we would have, I think we should have voted on the spot before construction started, in my
Well,
opinion.
I
That's just my
agree with
opinion.
you, but I agree. We should stop everything right now until we have a chance to look at it because you make some really good points. So
Yeah.
I think we need to look at
Well,
it.
The only thing I have to say about that is to qualify for the grant, we had to have a specific location close to the highway.
It had to be seen from the highway, which the other space could be too.
well, because in my opinion, so like, you know what? By moving the first hole may not be a big deal to us. But to a bunch of other people, that is a big deal. So I think before we continue, I think we really need to strongly look at it and make a decision from there. You know, because we have to,
Yeah, and I've visited some of these things and they all are in the sun. They've put hundreds of these across the country. It's a not-for-profit group that does this. Part of they do get some federal funding through the Fitness Council. They are mission driven. There's two in Bloomington that are basically, they took tennis courts that weren't being used on the IU campus and converted those over to fitness pads. They're seeing so much use that they're having to build more. Mishawaka, Indiana, Gas City, and Monticello. I've talked to the mayors at two, Parks Board, Park Superintendent. You and I were on the call, I think, was it you that was with me with the superintendent up there? And it's like tennis or anything else. It's meant to be done. Sun, part of that too is just because of it's also a spring and a fall thing. And you can't put it next to trees. It'll run it, you know.
Well, we can hold off, take a look at it and look at the options on both sides,
They,
correct?
Yeah.
they started these
Well,
in
that
California and
makes-
Arizona, so it's a little warmer
Well,
out there than it is here.
if we could come up with a day and a time, I mean, we can all meet together. We just can't make any decisions as long as it's just a,
Just to look at.
just an informal thing, you know. If we're all in the same spot, we can't make any decisions till our next meeting, but I think we should
You can
at
give
least go
your,
out and look
you
at
can
it.
get you can all get your input at the
Yeah.
same time. It's not gonna be a formal meeting.
No.
You're not making an economic decision.
Mm-mm.
So anytime that you're meeting together to make an economic decision that impacts a fee or spending money or anything like that, it's gotta be a public meeting. You can't do executive meetings that are outside of that. You can attend a convention together, you know,
But we can hold off, we can look at it, and the next time we get to a meeting, we'll be better educated and we can make a decision then, correct?
I suggest
So that, I
you guys
agree with
do
that.
it.
I make a motion to do that.
I think Jace has enough projects to keep him busy anyway for a while, so.
I'll second your motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
Just to hit all of our goals, we are gonna have to kick it pretty hard, so if we can make it as quickly as we can, so
But you're saying
let's go
by the
ahead.
next meeting, correct, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, but we
You
can
can
get a
make it
hold of,
before
we can
then,
get
it's fine.
We can get a hold of Jason, we can go down and look at it and look at our options, right? Whenever we can be available,
I mean,
correct?
if two of us can go, and then
I
if we have
can
to do
meet
them
it,
all,
I can meet at different times, yeah.
If we have
I know
to,
it's gonna be
otherwise we can
tough
all
to get
go.
Everybody together, so whenever you guys are available, just
Like
call me.
what day is best for you?
I mean,
Maybe this
if
week.
it's
He's
during-
busy, he works 7 days a week right
Yeah,
now, so.
So it's whenever.
Okay.
Is there a day this week that you're down there at all or planning to be down there?
I mean, I'm down at the park or in my office pretty much 7 days a week,
I
so.
just trying to make it less
Yeah.
trips or whatever.
I can make it Friday if anybody wants, I mean, it doesn't have to be this week, does it? But I'm out of town until Friday, so.
We can do it next week one day. I can send out.
We
a
can
group
schedule
text.
it anytime, correct? When,
That's just why it's looking, it's pouring
it's
down rain.
raining, yeah.
out
I think
there
it's
right
pouring-
now. It's stuff. I heard it hitting the roof and I looked at my phone. It didn't look good. I thought, well, we go down there. Okay.
Well,
Well, I won't be, so
we'll pick a time.
it's my
and we'll-
grandson's first birthday
Well,
this weekend.
I'd like to go down with you and I'd like to go down with you and just, let's look at it.
So we'll get something scheduled before the next park board meeting to meet with you guys.
Randy gets up at about 3 o'clock in the morning, I think.
Okay, that's all we have on the agenda.
I do want to bring up that during the turf committee meetings, we've been talking about taking care of the turf inside the ballpark. Inside the league stadium. We're gonna take out from the foul post, the back wall's gonna come out so we can come in and take the dirt out, right? Well, it may or may not put that brick wall back up again. It may not be a brick wall, and because we're gonna run out of money or not have money in order to put a brick wall back up again. I just wanna get your opinion on that.
So what would it be?
Could
be
be
about
about
anything.
You know, one of the changes that's coming back, so right now in college and the IHSAA is considering it, is that all padding, all walls will eventually will have to be padded. So we need to construct something that can be padded too. You know, a lot of times, you know, it's like Jasper and some of the others, it's chain link is what ends up happening. And then you put the padding over the top of that. You know, we've discussed putting a wall behind it. There's a lot of options there. I think that it's really too early to say what we're gonna have to do, but what's level with the base of the wall right now, the dirt that's back there will be 5 feet above the field surface when it's all said and done. Almost 6 feet, actually.
It's crazy.
There's a 6 feet incline from home plate to the center field, base of the center field wall. Even though it's 385, it plays like 425 because of the height. That's why you don't see a lot of home runs at League Stadium. Because of and Jasper was about the same, really. They had to lower theirs 4.5 feet or something like that. It was quite a bit. Their outfield. It's weird that those things happen, but they do.
I guess we just have to cross that path when it
it's
comes.
not-
I'd like to see concrete go back, but I mean, if it's not cost effective, I hate to put something back that every 10 years you're gonna have to redo it.
Yeah, I don't think we haven't got to that point because I think yet of what needs to go there on it. But, you know, to the point, it's got to be discussed at some point, so.
Let's say when we get to that point, we'll have several options and then we'll present it to you guys. And at that point, we can make a decision.
Well,
There
I-
are so many options. This could be we probably got $500,000 worth of options that depend on where we come with the fundraising portion of it. Because we could make that a multi-use field for soccer, for softball, for other sports too. If we peg it, but you're gonna, everything you do brings up the cost a little bit. And we're gonna have to move a little electrical here and there, just one little electric line. We ran that through with John Ruipolo the other day. He's gonna work for you, but
I think in my opinion,
he says it's well under 6 foot electric line he ran.
We'll see.
I think that the turf committee, when that point comes, they should give a couple different options to us rather than, you know, I don't feel right by completely making the decision. I think that the committee should say here, we suggest either this or this, and then we pick from 2 of them. You know, because we won't be up to speed like you guys are on that committee. That's just my opinion. When that time comes.
I made a say, proposal to somebody on doing the wall for us, but
It's a
I haven't heard back from them.
long time away yet, but when we get that point, there's more options. Just want to make you aware that there's a possibility.
I'm just gonna say, I don't know what kept that wall standing.
Yeah, there's
Way it
not,
was
has not
done.
much of a footer to it.
It had 10-inch footer in places for a 9-foot wall.
Jeez.
Uh,
So will that, you think the turf potentially 2027 or 2028?
I mean, I think the goal, if we can get the funding and get it organized, we would like to get it done this year. But it's gonna be
Well,
pushing it.
Yeah, we have one major donor yet that we're waiting on, so.
Okay.
Just so you know, we do have somebody that's doing all the, field prep. Taking out, I don't remember how many hundreds, or actually thousands of, loads of dirt, to be taken out of there. We're gonna find a place to put some of it. The wall itself is gonna have to come down to make that happen. Because there's not a footer on there that's gonna keep that thing standing. It'll make it easier to move the dirt out, so, the cost savings could get enough that we could get that taken care of for us to have the concrete put back. There's one large donor that we have to meet with yet, that we're looking at, that we think there's a good chance of getting the rest of the funds from that person. And, I can't say any more right now on that one. But, we have a pretty good committee. I don't know if you know, we got people working on other projects, event center, Market Street Park, the gymnasium itself down here. And just to let you know that we've made sure that we've had people from those committees on our committee. So we're not double dipping and working against each other on putting these projects and getting them funded over time. They're not gonna start their fundraising till November for the gymnasium, the major part. They have 3 major donations now, but the rest of it will wait till November when they kick off. We're not asking the same people, and there's a whole thing there, so.
Anybody else got anything? I'll make a motion to adjourn then.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
Yeah, just so you know, it's, not